Okay, here we are. Episode number 10 with a special guest. We'll see if someone can hear me. Anyone? Anyone? No? Still no. And here we are. Definitely. Here we are. Good night, evening, morning, afternoon to everyone. Episode number 10. Somehow we made it to 10. I don't know how. But we'll have a special guest tonight, and that's the most creative Sopranos uploader on YouTube, KysterPSY. Now Kyster will join us in about 2 minutes. We're going first. Him and I are going to talk for a bit, and then you will ask questions. Oh, Trevor, Duke Silver. Hi, Duke. Hi, Duke. Thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much, all guys and ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry. I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you very much for being here. Hopefully, I'll be able to be a good podcaster tonight. Last time when Duke was the guest, it was awesome. We will, at least for me, the input from the people who watched it was great. Thank you very much for all your comments, and we will see. Hopefully, we'll be able to repeat the same with Kyster tonight. Okay, we have some joke crackers in the chat right now. We're waiting for Kyster to join very soon, in about 1 minute. Mr. CB7, thank you very much. Thank you very much. And I will occasionally speak in Serbian when someone asks a question in Serbian. Ne znam šta je Sopranos iceberg, ne znam stvarno, ne znam, nemam predstavu. And here is Kyster. He is about to join us right now. Live from Witness Protection somewhere, God knows where.
Hey.
Here is our
Hey, good evening, everybody.
Mr. KysterPSY. Hi,
Thank you for
Kyster. How
inviting
are
me.
you?
It's really good to be here. Hello, everybody. First time you hear my voice.
Well, great to have you here. Welcome. Hopefully, we'll have a lot of fun.
Thank you very much. We will have.
We have 87 people online at the moment. Hopefully, it usually goes up. We'll see. Hopefully,
Definitely.
We'll join very soon. How are you, Kyster?
Hi, thank you very much. I'm fine. It was a good day. I was preparing for this actually a little bit. Just a little bit nervous. This is my first time actually doing anything in live, but I'm looking forward to it really, really much.
Yeah, me too. Okay, so tell us about, I don't know, maybe Up in the Club? No, I'm kidding. We'll talk about Up in the Club. Up in the Club a bit later anyway, but you haven't been uploading lately much. Can we expect you to come back anytime soon?
Yes, actually, I'm planning to come back as a regular uploader. I just need to get my shit together in some of the parts of my life, but I'm planning to come back with a new series. I don't want to say anything more about that right now. Not Up in the Club, if anybody asks, but I have some new plans to keep this YouTube poop Sopranos thing up because it's part of my life from now. I don't know, 9 years. Actually, I made my first little small Sopranos poop 10 years ago. So
Really?
yeah, the first one is really really primitive and it doesn't mean too much. It's just one scene, but that was the first one. Yes, sometimes around 2014 was the first upload. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway, I will come back. I don't know how regular I'm going to be, but I will be here and will continue uploading because these guys, I love it.
Oh, here is Pure Kino with us. Pure Kino, greetings to our friend Pure Kino. Thank you for being with us.
Hey, thank you
Uh,
for being here.
well, okay, so your last upload was Tony Soprano by Gustavo Fring. Oh, that was really awesome. I know that you told me privately that you wanted it to be better, but really, I don't
It,
know
it could have been better. There's
what
two
come.
things two things to take here. First one, I hate masking in editing. It's freaking shit. I hate it, and I'm a lazy fuck. So that's how it is. That's how it's gonna stay.
How did you come up with the idea that Polly would randomly pop up in that?
It's really fun actually. I always loved the cartoons since like I'm 3 years old. And later I had my first computer around, I don't know, 2006 or something like that. It has Windows XP on it. And I
Uh-huh.
tried to screw around with Windows Movie Maker. And it was really fun. And I just tried to learn the program, the application. And later I switched on to Sony Vegas because it's a much better editor. And around the same time I switched to Vegas, I was introduced to The Sopranos, and that was a match made in heaven, actually, because I gotta say I can only make good content because the original content is really, really good and rich. I always note this. My uploads wouldn't be able to be that good if uh, the series wasn't that good and a really rich content to work with. Actually,
The level of creativity. Just a second, please. We are going. I'm going to upload a video dedicated to Mr. Frank Sobotka very soon. One of the Wire upload. This will all be about Frank Sobotka. I hope you guys will be happy.
that's a common question nowadays.
Yeah.
What
Oh,
about
we
Frank
have
Sabatka?
139 people with us. That's not bad at all. That's not bad at all.
Yeah,
Actually,
because
good. 155. Okay, so you're a good draw, Kister. I know. Sopranos are so popular these days. I can't believe the amount of views that my channel gets. I have no idea why. This is 2024, and it's going actually better than ever. Like
new
every,
new generations catching on. That's what I see, and of course, like every generation, new generations have really good minds and really good. I don't know, ability to catch deep things in series. Not to material people. I don't know how to say this properly, but as long as we have computers and TVs and movies and series to watch, The Sopranos will always be at the top, I think, because it's actually untoppable, and we all know that because we all here and talking about it. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. Even though the show ended almost 17 years ago, but somehow to me it feels like it's more alive than ever.
It's more alive than ever because it's timeless, and timeless things are always finding their audience. So The Sopranos will always have great audience. That's what I
Can
think.
you see Breaking Bad being where Sopranos are in the year of I don't know 2030, 17 years after the last episode?
What's the question here about Breaking Bad?
Can you see them being as popular 17 years after the last episode aired? That will be the year 2030 in 6 years from now. Can you see them being on the Breaking Bad being on the same level? I
Yes,
honestly think.
definitely, but that's my personal opinion because I really love Breaking Bad as well. It's freaking perfect. I gotta say, it's the close second favorite series of all time
Really?
for
You
me.
think
After
they've been
after
popular as Sopranos are 70 years after the last episode? You think so?
Yeah, definitely,
I don't
definitely.
know. I mean, one of the reasons that Sopranos are so popular are, of course, quotes. And that's something that Breaking Bad doesn't necessarily have.
It's a the topic is the same in the two series, but it's two actually two different, very different series,
Very
two
different.
very different characters. I mean,
Very different.
Bryan Cranston said that if there's no sort of Tony Soprano, there wouldn't be Walter White.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Even the series creator Vince Gilligan said that he's a huge Sopranos fan and have a lot of uh, um ideas for there. He got a lot of ideas from the Sopranos to how to build a character, how to uh, do a great, rich and deep story. So it was definitely a big step. I mean, The Sopranos. It's the golden age of TV. It's the renaissance of this television series. Made a lot of big. I don't know how to say it. New and young directors to keep up the new flow and make TV series as a genre much more popular and have so much higher quality than it had before The Sopranos.
Well, we'll see who's right. I honestly, I don't know. I think seasons 4 and 5, my, I have stated this on many occasions. Seasons 4 and 5 of Breaking Bad actually disappointed me because Walter White actually became a person with superpowers, like I don't know, some
He had plot armor. He had a
anti-hero from
lot of plot
Marvel,
armor. That's for
whatever.
sure.
I don't know the word, Marvel world something. Marvel universe. Yes, I think that's it.
That's something I
Especially when
really
he
really
whacked
don't
Prince.
like actually.
And even though now we know that actually it was Tony Soprano who whacked Gustavo.
Yeah, he did. He did, and then he stayed alive.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so uh, uh, well, who is your favorite character in the show? I don't need to ask what is your favorite song. I think we all know.
Well, it's definitely not up in the club, but it is. So, so I really don't pick a specific character as a favorite because every character is different there. But I gotta say the cliche, and it's Tony Soprano. If I really have to pick one, then of course it's Tony for me.
Really?
Yeah,
First, by the way, we have almost 250 people online. That's the record.
yeah, looking good.
Yeah, yeah. Looking very good. Okay, it's now down to 202. So I probably fucked something up. I'm sorry for changing. Tony Soprano, I actually never got that response before. Never ever.
Hmm.
When I asked a
Well,
guest who's your favorite character,
I can
nobody
I
ever said Tony. It's usually either Paulie or Junior or Richie Aprile in many cases. I know it's Pure Kino's favorite character, Richie. But now I have actually, this is the first time that I hear Tony as the response.
I'm surprised of this, but I don't know. I like the other characters as well, but Polly is funny but an asshole. Everybody has nice and funny aspects or aspects that there are their own, make them special, make them different than the others. But the only character that really got the proper, I don't know how to say, the proper treatment was Tony to the audience. We got a lot of the insides of Tony. So he was the character that we seen the most. His struggles, everything. As we watched it, how he tries not to be the sociopath that he has to be if he wants to be the boss of a family, and he
Hmm.
struggled all the way, all the way. He had to be the boss, but he never really wanted it. And then when he wanted it, he got some hard things to get over, and we all see these struggles all the time. And I somehow I can empathize with Tony, even on the other side. Of course, I know these are all bad people here. I don't really romanticize anybody, but I don't know. Just because this fact that we got the most from all the characters, we got Tony the closest to us. That makes him my favorite. Although, as I said, on the other hand, I really like a lot of other characters as well.
Well, okay. That's a pretty nicely elaborated answer. Okay, but the question for you is now: do you think that season 6 Tony fully embraces what he actually is? A piece of shit, a sociopath, call it however you want.
Paul is an
Especially season 6, part 2, Tony. Not
uh,
a single virtue in that man.
why I like Tony the most. In the other hand, is this what you say? He's a gradual decline of morale that we see. That at the very first season, he really tries to be as cool as he can, a father as much as he can. He always had his gumars, and all the bullshit. But at the end of the series, at the second part of the season 6, he's actually a monster. A monster. We can put it that way, I think.
Mhm.
What's he doing with Hash? What's he doing with Chris? And how he tries to justify himself. I don't know. He's a really monster. He got lost. He got lost at the end of the series, and the very first
Carlo uh, to everybody when he wanted to whack Polly because he annoyed him.
because of that joke. Yeah, he really lost himself, and he probably gave it up all. But he had his chance to cleanse, after the Kevin Finnerty dream sections. I really like these dream sections. Most of the people are hated these episodes, but I really liked it, and exactly because of what we see there at Tony's subconscious. That deep in his mind, he always somehow imagined a life other than this mafia boss life, but he never got a chance to get out of it. And it's a sad moment because he's a fast decline from season 6 part 1 to season 6 part 2, where he lose it all. It's really hard to see, and really good writing, actually. Bravo, Chase.
Yes. Just a second, please. Excuse me. Guys, we are still not taking questions in around 10 minutes. So we will answer, of course, not every question because it is literally impossible, but we'll try to respond to most of your questions. Just not now. We'll start in around 10 minutes. Okay. Just a few people said, can Kister speak a little louder?
I have to speak a little louder.
Can you? Oh, that is great. At least for me,
Okay, trying my
I
best.
could, I was able to hear you all the time, but now now it's better. It's better definitely. So
Okay,
hopefully you guys are happy now.
okay.
Okay, so Ulrich, even though it's hard to forget, and I don't forget, what are we talking about? Season
We,
6. I'm kidding.
we were talking about the Tony's gradual
No, I'm
decline of
kidding.
morale.
I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I know. Please continue. Sorry.
It's okay. I actually said everything I had to say about this. Uh, Tony is a real monster at the end of the series. There's no way for him to come back. That's
Definitely not. Definitely not. And one guy who is actually similar to Tony, I haven't discussed this with anyone, but it occurred to me that he was actually not such a gigantic piece of shit when we first saw him, but gradually becomes more and more evil, and then he just wants to kill everyone. He's Johnny Sack.
Hmm.
Do you agree with that? The Johnny became
That,
more and more evil from season three. Okay, Johnny from season
that's a good one.
season one
That's a
and
good
two
one.
is
Yeah.
pretty much irrelevant. But season three, okay, he manipulates Ralph a little bit and Tony. Season four, well, we're starting to see his dark side, even though they call him a pragmatist. Season five fully unleashed evil Johnny Sack. And season six, he's in the can. He doesn't give a shit about his friendship with Tony. He wants to kill Rusty because he's paranoid, even though he knows he's going to serve at that point many, many years in the can. Uh,
Yes.
I somehow see their character similar in that way. They were both trying to be, I don't know, not really nice. Let's say pragmatist, but
Yeah.
they
John,
both became power hungry and fuck them.
Johnny was a great pragmatist at the beginning, and he always was the biggest New York player in my eyes, if I can
Mm-hmm.
say that. He always, as you said, he always tries to manipulate everything. I mean, everybody, even at the New Jersey crew, he tried to screw with Polly, and he could screw with Polly. The biggest step I felt up, from Johnny when he first tasted the chance of ruling, when the first time he came up with offing Carmine, and even Tony realized that, oh, slow down, man. You
Yeah,
want too much, too high risk in too short time. And even Tony was surprised by Johnny's steps, because even he thought he was always a pragmatist. And yes, at the end he actually, I don't know, John was a different character, but maybe not so much different, but we haven't got too much psychologically from him as we got from Tony. So I cannot really say how his decline, I mean Johnny's decline, happened. All I see is that he's really not a good thinker when he's too close to rule.
yeah, yeah. As Sylvia said, some people are better as number twos,
That's correct.
and he was definitely better as number two. So about your channel, if you want, can you tell us how do you come up with the ideas? How do you come up, for example, with Polly doing that horn thing, and we hear the entire Godfather song? How did you, for example, come up with that?
Most of the time, it happens this way. I think about one scene, and I somehow merge it with another one because I had, like, I don't know, 10 million rewatches of The Sopranos, so I kind of know every scene. So
Hmm.
I find something funny in my head, I immediately go to the editing software and make it. And while I make it, I get new ideas. And while I get three new ideas and I start to make it, I get six new one ideas. And at the end, and at the end, I get a, I don't know, 2, 3, 4 minute long video when it only just started with one scene. So I gotta be honest, most of the ideas are coming from for me when I work, when I edit. There's
Hmm.
not too much script going on. Only 1, 2 ideas I note up in my head, and when I start doing it, 5, 10, 12 more pops up in my head, and I immediately have to do it. And there goes, the video is done.
How much time do you approximately need for a video like, I don't know, Tony Sopranos withdrawal symptoms?
Well, that's a long. That's a kind of longer when it's a 4 minute, if I remember well. It depends how lazy I am.
I think it's around 3 minutes.
2, 3, 4 minutes. Yeah. It depends how lazy I am, because when I don't have anything to do really, and I'm fit enough to do it, I just sit down, sit here like 8 hours with one break, and then it's done. But if I have I don't know, limited time, then I do only 1, 2 hours a day, and then I come back later, next day or the other day. So it goes to, I don't know, 8-10 hours to 5-6 days, depends on the content. I
Whoa.
made, my favorite uploads from myself are the hip hop remixes. That took most of the time for me, but those came out really really good. So but that was a lot much to do, because there I have to note a lot, find rhymes, note a lot more, and a lot of more editing, do the rhythms to be good. So that was really really fun work, but much longer than, for example, a smaller, shorter YouTube poop. So it really depends on the content, how much of the time I spend with it.
No, that was a great one. That was a great one, really. Okay. I just remember your upload where season 6, episode 1, members only. I can't remember the title. Something to do with Phil related. And there go there goes Phil comes out of Satrialis and kisses video, and you actually made that kiss sound quite a bit longer than it was, and Phil told him fucking funny.
It happens. See, that's the fun part, actually. I
Yeah,
do I make these videos to entertain myself, and I only started this channel as a fun. I just uploaded these bullshits as a bonus, and that finding out that a lot of people love this and laugh a lot at this, just like I do when I make it. It's a really really good feeling. So that's why I got to keep it up, because these few hundred people that watches these things I know are actually loving it, and I really appreciate that, guys. Actually, so thank you very much once again.
we need to make that video a justice. Definitely deserves like 100 times of views that it has. So first 5 seconds deserve it.
Oh, I can't stop laughing.
I apologize. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay.
Okay. Okay. Hopefully I'm done. But when I saw okay, that kiss sound, and then Phil telling him fucking fanoik. I don't know. This never happened before. I apologize to everyone. Sorry. Just can't stop. Okay. I'll stop now. Hopefully. Okay.
All right.
Well, you can't see Kister's face because he's actually in the witness protection program.
That's correct.
Unfortunately, nobody
I'm
knows
at
where
the
he is. Even I have no idea where he is right now. Somewhere he stepped on way too many toes, and it had to be like this. Unfortunately,
somewhere on the planet, that's for sure. But I can tell
somewhere.
you no more.
At least he decided not to actually have a scrambled voice. He wanted to do that, but somehow I persuaded him not to have a scrambled voice. Thank you for that, Kister.
No, of course, my voice is really really nice to hear, so I'm fine with that. The face is a different thing.
Okay. 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 Well, sorry about. And I interrupted the entire stream for like 3 minutes, but for me, it was
It was
worth it.
freaking funny.
It was worth it for me. Okay. Well, okay. Definitely, we need to do your video. As I told you, we need to do your video some justice. And from now on, if you agree, I will always leave a link in a pinned comment alongside with your server, actually, with the server that you're a part of, Discordo, and my server. 1 year is in the can. The third link will be, if you agree, of course, the link towards your channel. Is that okay?
That's okay. Thank you very much.
Oh, my pleasure. My pleasure. Now, those videos deserve so much more views. Okay, well, Rosalie April, of course. I need to ask. Sorry, but that scream. How did you come up with that? It was a nice scream, definitely. But
Okay, I gotta be really honest here because I'm not an asshole. So I was not the first one who used Rosalie April's scream in a YouTube poop. It was a guy called Crispy Bacon, and we had good relations. We were kind of, I don't know how to say, buddies. So I don't know how to say, upgraded his idea, and he was fine with
wow,
it. So that was not my original idea, but I tried to make the most out of it. That's how it happened. And that video, when there's the Rosalie's longest screamer, it's called something like that. It's one of the favorites of these guys. So
yeah, you even managed to make, and I don't want to call him AJ because I hate him, of course, but you even managed to make me feel sympathetic towards the so-called AJ, aka, of course, Anthony Soprano Jr. When he does this. What the fuck? Oh, I felt sorry for him, even though it wasn't real. Okay.
it's okay.
Okay. So, have you ever thought about doing something related to evidently Chicken Town? Maybe that's one of my favorite Soprano songs.
Doing something with the song itself, or doing something YouTube poop about the episode? What are you thinking
On
about?
YouTube, combining it with episodes, of course, like you did with Up in the Club.
Up in the club is a different case, you know. It's a really big meme out there. I don't even know how many years ago I found out the first on YouTube. It's a big meme, and then when I found Discordo, where I am on Discord, it's an epic big meme. Well, maybe I could do some nice compilations for songs, or mashups, but I don't really think I could use serious songs like that for a poop. I don't know, but it's a good idea, kind of. I like it.
Evidently Chicken Town, yeah. Okay, no, it was just a question because it's one of my three or four favorite songs from the show.
All right, let's do this.
Okay, well, now it's time. Whoa, already 33 minutes have passed. Okay, what's different about me? I don't know. Well, here comes your turn, ladies and gentlemen. Please, your questions for Mr. Kister Psi, maybe some for me. Well,
My
let's
heart,
go.
my heart is an open book, guys. Come on, this
Okay,
is your first chance.
okay. Well, let's see. No, your comment wasn't erased because until now I didn't click on absolutely anything. First question is, how long does it take to make one of those songs? Well, we just talked about it, so I don't really know if
Well, which songs you talking about? The hip hop remixes or the Up in the Club mashups? Because
I
it
don't know. That
differs.
was the question. He probably up in the club.
Well, the Up in the Club videos are easy because I don't have too much to edit. I just have to find rhythm and put the song on the video itself. It really differs. It's a few hours, not too much long. And Up in the Club mashup that 2 minutes long takes like, I don't know, 4 hours maybe with breaks. Not too much.
Wow, 4 hours.
Yeah, yeah. That's because when I work, I really work. My
Ah, ah, ah. Okay,
all
okay.
attention is there, and I really hate to stop it. I only break for taking a piss, or I don't know, drink something. That's all.
Okay, El señor Alejandro Crespo is asking you actually, when are more Sopranos shitpost coming?
More shit posts. I said it earlier, but I said it again. Say it again. So I'm planning to come back regularly. Regularly, not saying weekly or every 2 weeks, but in March there's a new thing coming up, definitely, and more smaller things are on the way. Actually, my life is a little bit of a on a rush now. I'm in my real life, so I really don't have time to do big videos, and I only like making videos when I have time for it because this is my passion, kind of, and I don't want to make rushed products. I don't want to
Mhm. Yeah, of course.
I don't want to make videos on a small time frame to make them bad quality. I don't want to do that. So I don't want to upload just to have uploads. I If I have to take time, I take my time just to make sure that what I do is has enough quality for everyone to like.
Okay, so here is Duke posting Bong and the Blitz. I don't know what that means. I mean, I know what is Bong, but
I'm gonna say the Duke hi and everybody on Discord. Though it's a shout out for you and especially for Sally Farrello. Hi, and yes, I would take a bong with you anytime, Duke. And I'm gonna design men's suits actually, not the faggy part.
okay, yeah, Duke was great last time. One more time. Greetings to Duke. Thank you for being with us tonight. Uh, we had one interesting question. I'm sorry, just let me see. Okay, this is it. Do you consider The Sopranos to be actually a black comedy? Mr. Bergman asks, and he says that he does.
Oh, I have a little technical difficulties. Can you repeat the question, please?
We have Mikey. Mikey is here. He's
Mikey.
breaking the box
Hey,
right
Mikey.
now.
I see.
Okay.
Specific amount of crack. No, I really
Do you
don't smoke crack. I really do not smoke crack because it screws my working process. But if fine, weed from Netherlands always can make the trick. So just a little puff puff and the video goes up.
okay. The question was, do you consider The Sopranos to be a black comedy?
It's definitely a black comedy, partly a black comedy. I always say that it's the funniest drama and the darkest sitcom in one. I always say that, and it sums up pretty neatly, I think, because I never had so much laugh on a series like The Sopranos, and I never had those really dark and deep moments like I had with The Sopranos at once. And that's what makes it really great. Actually, you get a lot from everything, a little bit from everything when you watch The Sopranos, a little bit from every genre.
Okay, so I have to disregard the questions from the audience at the moment and ask you. Oh, whoa, we have 311 people online. That's a
Yeah,
fucking. Excuse my language, but that's a fucking record. Thank you very much. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 311 people are online. That's great. That is awesome. What is my selfish question? What is your opinion about our dear Uncle Philly Leotardo?
Philo Leotardo. Well, actually, he has a lot of complexes. I don't know how to say it. He's definitely a fag, if I can say that word. As he came out of the closet, he always was nervous about everything. He always like he had a lot to hide, and of course, even nobody knows about it. But that 20 years in the can make, make him the man he is. Uh, I never really liked the character, and at the very first time I saw his face at season 5, episode 1,
The eyebrows.
at his mugshot, the first time I saw that picture, I knew he will be trouble. He will be big time trouble, and he became one, a bad one. So I like I like the character as he wrote it, but I don't like the character itself in the
Okay, that's
series.
interesting. But Frank Vincent's portrayal of Phil, that is, I don't
That
know.
was great. The acting itself was very great. It was very great.
The way he,
I'm talking about the character itself, that it was wrote specifically to be annoying.
yeah, I get it, I get it. But Frank, the job he did as Phil, that was incredible. Even though he was there for only, I don't know, he was pretty much irrelevant in season 5. he had his moments, of course, in season 6,
Yeah.
finally, but
Yes.
he just brought that, I don't know, 363. The record keeps getting broken, but I don't know, he brought something that a villain, in my opinion, he brought a villain to the show, a real true villain. If we disregard Tony's black moments from season 6, a true villain that we haven't seen ever since Tony killed Ralph.
Yeah. Yep.
So, and his storylines, I don't know if I honestly have no idea when, at least when it comes to season 6, if there is a boring scene with Phil.
No, no, no. He definitely became a main member, a main cast member in season 6, and especially after Johnny gone. You know, when
Hmm.
even Johnny was the boss until the very end. You know, he was very sick in the can, but he still remained the boss. And Phil really got his got ape shit over everything after Johnny died, and I think he got the same ruling sickness as Johnny had, which we talked about a few minutes earlier. You know, and Johnny had the same problems around I don't know, ruling.
Yeah, yeah, okay, but Phil, I don't know, he was probably too old to be the boss. Maybe he spent best of his
Phil was
years in the
too
camp.
yeah, Phil was too old, and don't forget he had 20 years in the can. So
Yeah, yeah, exactly, exactly, and he was
20
there.
20 years of technological and the human changes in the world. He missed it. He missed it, and he came back after 20 years of sitting in a can, jacking off in the tissue, eating grilled cheese off the radiator. And after he just came back and became boss very quickly. Of course, he fucked it up.
Yeah, even though I don't know, at one point he became, when he had a heart attack, he became for 3 episodes. He became normal, and
After the heart attack, yes.
yeah, and
And
then when Doc Santoro took that food off his plate, the old
yeah,
Phil returned.
exactly. You knew that the doc was over at that moment. At that
Go
moment
ahead,
when
and
he
that
when he when he when he took food from Phil, you know, you saw at Phil's face that this guy is over.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But to be honest, I'm happy that Phil became the old Phil because we saw some priceless scenes with him during those last 6 episodes when he actually became a real boss, not acting boss, not street boss, but the boss. His coronation. We actually had a question: was Phil the boss? Well, I'm sorry, this is a sin. Okay.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah, yeah. He became really
he became a boss.
relentless,
He
and he
became a
really
boss. And when Nancy Sinatra was singing that song for him, that was Phil's coronation night. He became the official boss of
yep,
Lopertazzi crime family. And before that, he was acting boss.
yep, that's correct. And after that, all hell came loose.
Yep. And for some reason, oh yeah, everything. His last, I don't know. Him and Tony were almost friendly at one point, almost. But then that thing with Vito Jr. and Tony saying, I am now going to forgive him for not showing up here. I mean, I don't know. Tony, it
There were
wasn't
there,
good. And that
there,
led to war. Mm.
there were a few moments where they could have made a pact, you know, and stopped this bullshit. But there's always something happened that screwed it up again. And at the very end, they looked like they gonna make peace, and then Carmine Jr. came with that whatever happened there bullshit, and that was the last straw, and that was the last time we actually saw them
No,
talking.
that was no, that was before. The meeting of the minds was before the heart attack.
That's correct. Sorry. Yeah, you're right. You're right. That's correct.
That was season 6, episode 12, Keisha. And Phil was after the heart attack. He was pretty much normal until season 6, episode 16, when everything went down with Vito Jr.
Yes, yes, that's correct. That
Okay,
was
let's go back to the questions.
okay.
Uh, no, Phil wasn't gay. He had a wife. He had a guma, and he had the family who he loved more than anything, and he was so very proud of. I agree. I
Vito
agree.
had all of these. Vito had all of these. I'm just saying.
Vito never had to compromise. Phil did
Phil did. Phil compromised a lot,
a lot, indeed.
a lot, a lot in 20 years.
Uh, they sorry. Okay, we have some. Oh, here is Smokey. Oh, greetings for Smokey. Thank you very much for being with us. How many times? This is for me. How many times did I watch Sopranos? 4 times. Nobody will believe me that, but really, it was just 4 times. But last time I watched it, it was 6 years ago, 2018. After that, I never really watched a single episode anymore. But I started making clips, so I my knowledge is pretty much intact, at least with mafia related scenes. But I watched the series 4 times, and that's it. That's the truth. Really, I'm not lying, because people think that I watched it for like 20 times, 30 times. No, I didn't. I really didn't. Okay, question for Kister. Do you think that Ralph was the most psychotic character?
Ralph was who?
Do you think that Ralph Cifaretto was the biggest psycho on the show?
Uh, in a different aspect, yeah, maybe. But I think Richie Aprile was bigger psycho. I think
Yeah, yeah, it has to be somewhere between Richie and. But I don't know. Maybe it's Ralph.
Ralph was the bigger psycho, but Ralph worked at the in the behind of the things, while Richie was really on front. He was true psycho. He had nothing to hide. But Ralph sometimes tried to be nicer. But that thing with Tracy, and all the bullshit that he made, then he is definitely a psycho. Definitely a psycho,
Yeah.
but not that kind of terrifying psycho like, I don't know, Richie or maybe even Feach was in his prime.
Feet. Who the fuck knows what Fitch meant? But yeah, I agree. Okay, so we have a question now. Unfortunately, oh, first to greet Sirius. Hi, Sirius. Great to have us. Great to have us with you. Great to have you with us. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Smokey, one more time. Who is the friend? No, no, no. This isn't a question. I'm sorry. Kister, what is your opinion? Who killed Tony Soprano?
Oh, well, uh, I think it was the rest of New York teaming up with Paulie and Patsy.
Paul.
That's my Paulie, definitely. Paulie. They had differences all the time, and I don't think at the very end, Paulie lost it all. I mean, in inside psychologically. So everything turned up 180 degrees. Uh, it might not be a valid opinion, but my opinion is that the rest of New York teamed up with Patsy and Paulie, who has mutual differences against Tony all the time, and they just pop up. That's all.
Yeah, but Paulie was, as we know, pretty much the most stupid of
He was he was
in,
he was
in
he
the
was
entire
stupid.
crew. So he could have only been a tool.
Exactly. I don't think he was the mastermind behind this.
No
Definitely
way.
not.
No way.
He
No way.
he was not the mastermind, but he was in it. I can imagine that, definitely.
And
Just just look back then how he would easily trade himself into New York.
Yeah,
He he,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
he thought to the very last moment that Carmine adores him. He believes Johnny, and if all that would be true, Paulie would have been switched to New York, definitely.
Okay, here
So,
Black Witch is with us. Thank you for your answer, Kister. What do you think that 3 a.m. meant?
well, that's funny because the last time when you speak with Duke, I asked the same question in the chat.
Really?
Yeah, and we all had the same mutual answer that we don't have exact answer, but only that the supernatural is definitely in presence at the Sopranos universe. That's for sure. All the dreams and all the shit we had. uh I don't know, 3 a.m. Not something too exact to find out. It was just a message from the outside, a message from the supernatural, because
Yeah, but
Chrissy.
it could also be this. If I can add something to that, we all know that David Chase is not a very pleasant man to be around. That he hates his audience. That he hates everything on this planet. That he hates his mother, his father, everything.
Yeah,
And possibly for me, that 3 o'clock was just him fucking with the audience. Okay, you're all morons who watched the shit I produced. Let break your heads over these 3 o'clock things forever. It could very well be that, and nothing more than that. At least in my opinion, because he really does hate his audience.
this can be an answer as well. Yeah, probably. I don't know. Could be.
Uh, okay, extremist. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Of course, we have a question for you, as it was for everybody. Opinion of about many saints of Newark.
My opinion about many scenes of Newark. Well, it shouldn't have existed. That's that's all I say. I'm not that kind of guy who always say it's shit. But it come on, let's be honest. It wasn't good. It was not good. It should have been a mini series with much more time to explore the characters and the storyline. I felt it rushed. I don't know. The actors were kind of okay, but The Sopranos is never will be compatible with the format of movies. It should always be a series or a mini series, even if we talk about prequels or sequels. But in my opinion, we shouldn't touch that ever, and just leave it as it is. And we should forget about that movie because it just simply just wasn't good, and it's kind of unnecessary to talk about. That's my honest opinion.
Absolutely, absolutely. And again, about David Chase. He always wanted to be a movie director, movie maker, but he never could. And he actually has a very low opinion about television shows, even though they made one of them actually, because everything other was failure. One of them made him so much money, but he desperately wanted to try himself one more time after that failure in 2012 movie that he did with a $20 million budget and managed to earn 600,000. So uh, I think Paramount Pictures, or yes, Paramount lost more than 19 million to
Yeah.
chase
Yes.
directorial genius. But he desperately wanted to make one more movie, and it was, I don't even want to say my real opinion about it. Disgusting would be one of the words, but okay, that's more or less it. This is actually Marianne, my old subscriber for more longer than 5 years. Greetings, Marianne. Great to see you here. Great to see you. I'm very happy to see you here. Thank you very much. Next question. Opinion. Oh, we won't answer that. Opinion about AJ's suicide attempt. I don't think that we.
About AJ's suicide attempt.
I don't
Well,
think.
About AJ, most of the people I hate AJ because he's a little prick. But somehow I was always able to sympathize with them because his I don't know, it's okay. He got a lot of money, he never had problem with money. He never had to work with anybody, but he was a lost kid, all the way. He was lost just like his father, and he never really was able to get wrong aside from good. And I think to the very end, even mostly after Blanca, left him, there was a really big break for his heart, and I think he just lost himself. He haven't saw that anything could be good for him after this, because I don't know. I don't know. I cannot imagine how would it feel to be like a son of a mafia boss. But it's sure as hell is rough. Even if you have the money, and even if you don't have to, I don't know, work mentally and physically, it could really fuck up a little kid. And I think that's what we saw in AJ.
Yeah, uh, I sometimes think that Tony is actually Anthony Jr. who is in the mafia. That is the
But
only difference between the two of them.
well, I don't really know what to say for that.
You get my point that Tony is just as weak as his son, and
Yeah,
but
yeah,
he
yeah.
happens to be in the
He's kind
mafia.
of kind of weak, but he cannot show himself as weak because he have duties as a boss. And
Yeah.
AJ haven't had any kind of duties like this, and Tony would never let AJ get involved, never, never. So he stayed a little kid. I mean AJ, literally a little soft kid, spoiled, but still. Uh, he never got any directions in life, nothing. I mean,
Mhm.
okay, here's comfort, here's money, here's whatever you want, but not too much parental control and direction in life. He was a lost
Yeah,
kid.
yeah, yeah, definitely. Tony
And at,
even more. Tony didn't give a I'm sorry shit about him even more than Carmela didn't give a shit about him, in my opinion at least. He loved Meadow. He did for sure, but Anthony Jr. he didn't give a shit about him. At least in my opinion. Question for you, a pretty good one in my opinion, but our friend Blackwing Kister, would you consider making Godfather edits?
well, that's a nice question. I can consider do Godfather edits, but it's a whole different thing than Sopranos. There's not too much fun there. Of course you can do YouTube poops about anything. It doesn't even have to be funny, but yeah, maybe if I get myself deep enough to it, there's always a possibility. But I gotta point out that if I upload something that's not Sopranos, people are raging. So so it's really hard to do other things because they always say, where's the Sopranos content? I'm not subscribed for this. Unsubscribe. Get the hell out of here. So it's always happened like
Oh
this.
yeah, oh yeah, I know that.
If you
I
upload
know that
something,
very well.
they even tend to unsubscribe sometimes. If I upload a new music I made or some different content, I always got I don't know 10, 12, 30 unsubscribers. But I'm gonna keep it up anyway. This channel is really has different things, and yes, actually Godfather edits can come in the future. Why not?
Yeah, I would love to do some Godfather edits myself, but I don't know. Paramount allows 2 or 3 minutes of content. I see that. I mean, it's been 52 years, I think, since it made its debut, since it aired. Um, so they're fine with people making 2 or 3 minutes clips. I would love to do, and The Godfather, of course, my top two favorite movie,
It's
but
really
at the same
awesome.
time, it's also very quotable.
Yeah, that's
There are
correct.
some legendary quotes from Godfather. Acting, we won't even comment on that. We don't have to. We all know.
That's
everything about Al
yeah,
Pacino,
Michael.
John Marlon Brando.
Exactly.
Really,
Michael Corleone is one of my favorite characters of ever because the change he made, the arc he has. You know what,
uh,
Chrissy never had that arc that Michael Corleone had.
yeah,
So one of the best characters I ever saw written on a movie.
definitely, yeah. But I don't know. My favorite character in one is actually Sonny Corleone.
That's a really
Michael,
that's a good one. Yeah, he was really good one too, but he never had the chance to get that deep and reach arc as Michael had. That
yeah, even though in the book, in the original book by Mario Puzo, uh,
yes, great book, very
yeah,
great book.
he showed that Sony actually came up with a plan to wipe out other families, and that Michael simply continued with his plan.
Yeah, yeah, that's
So I
correct.
don't know why Sony and I why Sony wasn't given. He was, of course, we all know how he was impulsive, and
Yes,
everything else. But he wasn't stupid at all. He wasn't stupid at all. That's a total misinterpretation of his character. I mean, Sony was given much more credit in the book than, for
he
some
was.
reason,
Yes, he
he
was a
was
much
given in the
richer
movie.
character in the book, but it always comes when books versus movies came up. The books will always have a bigger area to give characters and storylines much more time and a chance to rise up and
Yeah,
be whole.
definitely. Yes, of course. Michael Corleone in two has taken over. Definitely. Michael in Godfather too.
Yeah.
God, actually, yeah, his transformation from a simple conversation when him, Clemenza, Tom Hagen, Sonny, and Desi are talking, and he comes with the line, "Then I kill them both." First time I watched was that was many years ago. I was what? And it was also Sonny's reaction. Sonny was first, and then
Yeah.
Clemenza fucked up everything with his laugh. Although it was a good laugh. It was a good laugh.
Yes.
But that Fetzo, thank you, Marianne. Thank you very much. Okay, we had a good question from Sirius. Do you think that Junior would have had a better control of the Sopranos crew than Tony
Ah,
had?
definitely not. He never had enough
So, I
respect.
don't know. I don't know. He
Never.
would have been a great consigliere.
Good consigliere, maybe, but a good boss, never. He never got the respect enough. Maybe the love, but not the respect. Maybe from the old ones, Richie, Feach. They really respected Junior. They were the only ones actually who respected
Yeah,
Junior. All the old ones that came out from the can after a long time ago. The new ones didn't even give a fuck about Junior. It was
yeah.
always just the old fart. And, I couldn't recall one time when
Carmine
there's
Senior appreciated
anybody
Junior quite
talking.
a bit.
Excuse me.
Sorry, Carmine Senior. He appreciated Junior quite a bit.
Yes, they were in their prime in the same era, so that's understandable, of course. But I'm talking about the new ones. I mean, I aside from Tony, I cannot recall one time when anybody else from the youngs would were be respectful towards Junior. I cannot recall one time.
Well,
At the very
he was
first time,
already in
Chris
his
and
house. He was in his
Chris and
house for most
Brandon,
of
Filone. We that was one of the first problems in the series that they don't respect the Junior enough. They screw off comely trucks all the time, and even if after got warned, they keep going and pull off comely trucks. So they don't have the slightest respect for Junior. Nobody has. Only the older ones. And even Tony doesn't have enough respect for Junior. He just loves him because his uncle. I don't think Tony has too much respect for Junior as well.
Yeah, but they completely changed the plot about Junior in season two, when we actually discovered that he ran the executive game, that he was friend with Frank Sinatra Jr., that he was friend with
Yeah,
Camora
well,
Napolitana, that
he
he ties to them.
well, that's
Probably
you
he
have a
has so
point.
many.
You have a point. That's correct. But altogether, even if he had some respectable friends or connections, my answer is still no. I don't think in this new era, Junior would be an effective or respected boss. I just cannot imagine it.
I agree, but I think he would be a great conciliary if his ego could have.
We agree in this. We agree in this. He would be a great conciliary. Definitely, he had the knowledge. He had the uh, I don't know the word. Freak. He had his long way behind his back, so he had the knowledge. But ruling is a really different thing. Just like Johnny and Phil and everybody else, Junior got confused in close to the possession of ruling as well.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. Even though later he changed, he didn't give shit. At least I think that he in season 3 especially that he wanted Tony actually to succeed as the boss.
He haven't had any other options. He tried to off Tony, and he
If
knew
that then thought
if
would Tony go a lot.
Tony feels one bit once more that he's betraying him, he's done. So he had to stay with Tony, definitely after that botched attempt of his life.
Yes, definitely. We'll return to that very soon. Just one answer from me. I'm Serbian from Serbia. Ja sam Srbin iz Srbije, nisam Rus, nisam. Ja sam Srbin iz Srbije i to je to. Niko te ne loži. Ne znam ko je to pitao. Okay, this was something in Serbian. uh,
You'll do it, and you'll clean it up.
yeah. Okay. Cheers from Kentucky for both of us. Thank you. Cheers for Kentucky. Thank you. Thank you. Uh, let's see some other question. We have quite a bit, and sorry, guys. Sorry, it's literally impossible to answer all the not all the questions. Every fifth, it's almost impossible. I'm sorry, really. Uh, I look like the guy who got the prosthetic foot leg back from Janice. Well, thank you very much. Okay, I can be Slava. I can be that guy. Whatever you want, I'm fine with it. I don't give a fuck. Thank you very much. Oh, again, sorry. Uh, let's see some other real questions. Do you think that it would have been more dark? Although this is a stupid question. Okay. Why
More
would
dark what?
no, we'll disregard this question. I thought it was serious, but no.
Okay.
Disregard. Sorry.
All right.
Okay, let's see. Some,
So much shit going on in the chat. It's so funny.
yeah, quite a bit. They're talking about among themselves now. So I'm actually having trouble finding questions. Okay, so this is for you, Kister. Your content is great. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Duke is again writing. I love my new pony boots, Kister.
I'm really happy you love your pony boots, Duke.
This is for me. What's my favorite? Who is my favorite Sopranos character? Phil Leotardo, of course. Uh, and this is for you now. Who do you think was Tony's most loyal guy?
Silvio.
Besides Silvio. That's besides
Definitely
Silvio.
Silvio.
No,
Silvio
no,
only
she
had
said
that.
besides Silvio. Sorry, my bad.
Uh,
I didn't finish the sentence. Sorry.
it's okay. I think Silvio definitely was the most loyal. Only that one thing that Silvio did to the time around when Chrissy got Uh,
And Patsy, thing with Patsy, high
the thing
speed internet access,
the thing with Patsy, the high internet access cable. Yeah,
a lot of money in that shit.
a lot of money in that shit. Yes. So that was the one time at the first watch I didn't even understand why Seal did what he did, and only a few rewatches later I realized that what was going on here actually. But I really don't think that his loyalty would be at question even with this one little trick he made. Definitely Silvio was the most loyal guy for Tony. That's no question about this.
Okay, but he asked who is the second most loyal besides Silvio. That was the
The
question.
second most loyal. Whoa, that's a harder question because everybody was an asshole in a few
One
ways.
guy is pretty loyal to him,
Maybe I don't know Bobby.
Bobby. Yep,
Bobby,
that
maybe
was
yeah.
my answer.
He could be the second one. Yeah, they had their differences, but Bobby was never not loyal. That's true.
Yeah, yeah, he was always super loyal to Tony, and my answer would be Bobby because everybody else tried to. Okay, of course, Tony had a lot to do with that. Probably it was most of the beefs the guys had with him was his own fault. But the only one who actually never did anything against Tony was Bobby.
That's correct. Yes.
So, do we agree that Bobby was the second most loyal after Silvio?
Yep, we do.
Okay. Well, that's why that's why he became the unofficial underboss. Okay, this is actually funny. Bobby was the only one who trusted Tony that he didn't know where that animal Blondello was when all the others thought he was hiding him. Okay, that is true, but that doesn't
can't,
say.
you can't
We
even
all
say
know
his
that
name.
Bobby had a brain transplant in season 6. That was before the brain transplant.
He was changed after the forced murder. You know, at the
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
French Canadian washing place
Slightly before that. Slightly before that. Yeah,
at the Monopoly game. You know,
Monopoly game would change him forever, but he started to change when he became eye patch Bacala, I think at least.
he changed the big one after he got over his wife's death. You know that scene when he gets shaved and gets in that bar
Uh-huh. Yes, yes,
and
yes.
threatens that I don't know the guy's name, but he threatens that he shouldn't do that. He shouldn't vote to I don't know somebody who was there, and he became a really bad guy after that. So that was his came back, and that was the influence of Janice actually.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we can say that Janice both uh, influenced his life in
Janice,
both ways,
that's correct.
economically well.
Janice influenced Bobby's life because Janice wanted a new uh, husband. So Bobby was the best material for her, and he was only usable if he's on full capability. So he had to stand up and do its thing. It was thanks to Janice, so Janice stayed, and we all know the rest.
Indeed, yes. Bobby wouldn't become the underboss, the unofficial underboss, without marrying Janice, because Tony would never look at him seriously, never would never have would never spend time with him if they didn't become family. But also, Bobby wouldn't die if it wasn't for Janice.
Yeah,
So it was a double-edged sword, as they say.
yes, that's
Actually,
correct.
we say that too in Serbian. Much se dvostruko. Doesn't matter. Okay, we have a next question for you. Actually, this is for me. Is it true that I almost drowned in 3 inches of water? Yes, yes, it's true. Yes, multiple times. Multiple times.
The
I
penguin
won't
exhibit.
no, no, no. It wasn't penguin exhibit. Well, I won't reveal any further details. Kister, why can't we see your face? Because guys in the witness protection program.
Yeah, one day maybe you will see my face, but I cannot do that now. I have a few things
His
to
life, his
stress.
life, literally, his life is at stake here. If
Yep,
we,
yep.
at
Sorry.
least we can hear his voice. At
Yep.
least.
You have to abandon my face. Sorry.
Okay, this is for me. It's a Serbian film based on a true story. No, it's a pure bullshit. It's a pure bullshit. The person who produced, directed, and wrote the script for that movie, that was the only thing he ever did in his career. Someone paid him to do that. I'm pretty sure about it. That's my opinion, at least. To make that shit, unfortunately, and that's the end of the discussion. Okay, again, for me, or I always do that. Put remote down. They think that actually is going to offend me, but it won't. Put remote down on docking station. Here is the remote. Here is the docking station. Just put it down. Thank you very much for your suggestion. Thank you. Thank you. Actually, I hope you're happy. Who is, who is old Jack? He asks, when will I be unbanned? Well, I don't know. Tell me your username and I'll tell you. Question: the Keister video you were laughing about earlier, which one was it? I don't know the name. I need to check.
I, I can I don't know. I have so much scenes in my
No,
mind. I
no, I will check.
really don't know which one is it. I've got too much videos to know everything. I just remember the scene, but I don't know which one was in it. Sorry, not right now.
I'm going to find it out. Uh, Old Jack 5. I honestly have no idea. No offense. I don't know who you are. No offense. As far as I know, I have no idea if you're banned. Sorry. So I can't answer that question. Keister, we're going to see, and we're going to leave the link. Sorry, I forgot to pin. We're going to make that right now. Keister PSY Phil Leotardo. Okay, so no, this is not it.
I'm trying to remember, but I really can't. I don't know which one it was. Too much shit
Yeah, I
happened in
can't
too
find
long
it.
time.
For some reason, I can't find it. This is also good. We have 349 people watching us. That's very good. After 1 hour and 18 minutes, that's very good. Thank you, guys. Thank you, ladies. Thank you so much. Okay.
Time
So,
is rushing. We're having a good time.
yeah, indeed, we are. We are. And we actually expected that. Uh, I'm going to find it right now. It's a great video. The one with Phil. I just slight trouble.
Well, I really can't find it either now. I don't know which one is it, but maybe we post it later, verified it. I don't think I can find it now.
Jackie Jr. forgot he died. Lose the glasses. That's a good one too. That's a great one.
That's one of my favorites from myself. Lose the
Yeah,
glasses.
yeah, that one was great
The
also.
glasses.
Lose the glasses.
At the end, you just demand the glasses back. Glasses. That's all.
Yeah, I mean, I was thinking like, come on, how the fuck did he come up with that? Unfortunately, I can't find it. I can't find it. So we are going to pin Kister's channel right now. Do it like justice. Because this gentleman deserves to have like at least 100,000 subs. Pin. Okay, this is Kister's channel now. let's see. How many time do you have left?
Me, I'm fine for a bit of time still. I'm okay.
Yeah, me too. But I'm going to have to commit the sin, so I am going to witness protection soon. No. I will be here, but I will move from the screen because there is not a bigger sin today in today's society than smoking a cigarette. Unfortunately,
I know that
yeah,
feel.
it's an old remark. I agree. I know. I'm sorry. Uh,
Any more
okay.
questions, class?
Yeah, many. We missed quite a bit. For okay, yeah, that's actually a good question, but probably I don't know how. This is for both you and me. Of course, you are the guest, so you will be the one who gets to respond. Why didn't we see any other of the from the five families, but only Lupertazzi? I have no idea. Probably there wasn't time.
I think that would be a little too much for even Chase and his people to write. That would be a really big story if there would be anybody else would involved from the other five families. I think we had enough with Jersey and New York as well. But
Yeah,
I'd actually love to see even more of this or even bigger of this. But I think that would be a little bit too much. It would be harder to close the ties down at the end. Not leaving anything on the air. It was easier to close it this way, not leaving anything open, not too much open. I mean,
well, we heard many times that Larry Boy Barres, Larry Barese, Larry Boy Barese's crew is the biggest crew in the family, and we never saw a single soldier.
that's correct.
So okay, we have now your guys from Discord though saying your memes with Joseph R. Canascoli. Hi, this is Canascoli.
We love the guy really, and he loves us as well.
Yeah, I know. Yuki was telling me something that you actually that you guys have managed to get in touch with Ganascoli, I think.
That's correct. We did. And it was more than fun actually.
Yeah, I remember. I remember when he told what he told me, but I won't.
You
Yuki is
can
a fine
easily piss the guy off in 10 seconds. Not too much effort to make him be pissed off.
Okay, so yes, indeed, I have a Discord server too. 20 years in the can. This is my underboss, Notre Dame. Thank you, Notre Dame. Thank you for being with us. Thank you very much. No, it's fine. I'm just playing with the cigarette. I don't actually have to light it up. Don't worry. But thank you for your worry. Thank you very much for worrying. This is a solid question. What, it nice of Tony to bury Richie over the hill overlooking a river with pine cones all around. Was it nice?
That's the best he could do. He was his.
The least he could have done.
It was very nice of him to do that. After all that Janice did, that's the most he could do. To bury him all around a nice place for the sake of their old friendship, which was always very nice. Not.
Oh, okay. Yes. When is the Spanish soap opera live stream? First of all, it's not Spanish. Second, it's not soap opera. So I won't dignify you with the answer, except for that. Can you guys extremist asks us? Can you guys react to memes on Discord or something? How? I don't know. We can't. I don't understand, to be honest.
Well, we can react the memes from Discord on Discord. I really cannot react from nothing here.
Yeah, I mean I don't know. I have my phone is busy. My PC is busy. I can't react on anything that is currently going on in both your and my server. So no, unfortunately, no. The answer is no. This is probably some of your guys. All I want to know is where you're chilling for the summer.
But you're not gonna believe this, but up in the club.
Oh,
All summer long. 220 forever. Come
it's
to
not
any
okay.
house.
Okay, Mikey is breaking balls. So now he says it's a telenovela. It's not a fucking telenovela. It's a narco series. End of subject.
Just like Metastasis from Colombia. The fake Breaking Bad.
Okay, we have Duke with us here again. God forbid you two should put something like that on my friend Sobotka. No, Frank will soon get his own videos. Unfortunately, some occurrences have stopped me from prevented me from doing it, and it will prevent me from doing videos this week at all. But Sobotka, he has to get his own video. Actually, Major Volchek, Major Volchek, he actually needs his own video about Frank Sobotka. So yes, it will be coming soon, soon, soon.
Really,
We'll,
really want to know about too what happens to Franz Sabatka. I really, really
yeah,
want to,
yeah,
really want to find out. I can't
we
sleep
will find out.
actually.
I promise. We will. We will. I promise. During the weekend. Some unfortunate things happened during the last 2 days. Uh, okay, these are quotes, 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 quotes.
A lot.
Uh, yeah, incredible. Okay, come on, guys, stop quoting, please. Oh, they're in their own universe right now.
Ask now or stay quiet forever. I don't know the next time I'm going to be on a live podcast. So do your best now.
Yeah, we don't have much time left. So if you want,
Yep. It's good.
no, actually, there is no snowy Belgrade. It was a beautiful day, 20 degrees Celsius, of course. Amazing spring in February. What do I think about rats? I don't think highly about them, to be honest.
Nope.
Stringer Bell.
Worst
Question
kind.
for you. What do you think about Stringer Bell? If you watch The Wire, you watched Kisser?
Well, excuse me.
Did you watch The Wire?
I watched The Wire, but I stopped. I started to watch it a few months ago, and actually, it's a big secret. I never really finished it. So everybody's gonna go ape shit on Discord though now. But I'm on my way to finish it actually, and I really, really love it so far.
The question was, what's your opinion about of Stringer Bell?
Well, I'm really not up to talk about The Wire now because I haven't seen everything at all, and I really don't like to form opinion before I finish something. So maybe the next time you invite me, we will talk about The Wire, but not too much now. I
Yeah,
hope
I
you.
agree. I agree. Frank Sobotka is a meme, but deeper discussion maybe next time.
That's correct. Yes.
Oh yeah, this is actually a great question. Nobody asked this before. Jackie Aprile offering Silvio to be his successor. What do you think about that? I think it was just a bullshit from Silvio. What do you think?
I don't know how would anybody in the right mind would name Jackie Jr. for anything
No,
because
Jackie Senior. Jackie Senior.
Senior. Oh,
I
so
believe
sorry,
Silvio when he
sorry.
said that Jackie Senior offered him to become boss before he died. Do you remember when he said
I
that
remember that this was at the time when Tony
he
was in
told
the
that to
coma.
Gabrielle?
Tony was in the hospital in the coma,
Yeah,
and Silvio was the acting boss for a short period of time. Uh, I don't think why Silvio would said that if it wasn't true. So I think it actually happened. I don't
yeah,
think
but
it.
why would Jackie offer leadership position to some low level soldier from Tony Soprano's crew? Beats me. I have no idea.
Well,
I
well,
think.
well. Back at the time, Jackie was the boss, and everybody else was under him. So
Uh-huh.
I think so. Even Tony was under Jackie Senior, and he could have choose that way, but I don't think still had the capabilities to be a really effective boss. He's the best at conciliary, that's for sure.
Definitely, yes. Okay, but right before Silvio said that, Gabriela tells him, Benny told me how proud he is to be your driver. Maybe he just wanted to boost his own ego a little bit more with that alleged story that Jack
Yes,
him.
that could be the case as well. Maybe if it wasn't even true, maybe Silvio had seen this as a big thing ahead of him, and he was maybe a little bit afraid of it, and he's tried to pump his own ego. I don't know. Maybe we'll. I guess we're never going to find that out.
Definitely not.
But it really is a good question. So thank you again. It's a good question.
It's a great question. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, nisam, this for me in Serbia. Nisam gledao, ne znam šta je to zaista, ne znam. PIF, nemam pojma, nemam predstavu šta je to. Okay, that was in Serbian. No. Did Furio knock a B off Carmela's ass after Tony died?
There's a possibility that Furio came back. I really don't think so. I That was a short love they had. He and Carmela. He could came back. Actually, I don't know. Why not? Why not? They really liked each other back
They
then.
did. They did. Even though 5 years passed, 5 years passed since their little affair. How do you say that? Platonic love, I think.
Yes, that's correct.
A platonic love. Okay, so we don't know if that was Eugene's brother who was wearing members only jacket. How could we know that? I mean, I have no idea.
We
We
cannot know.
don't
We cannot know it, but that member's jacket was really significant, because Eugene wear the same at the beginning of season 6. At the very and at the end of that very first episode of season 6, he dies, and
Yes.
that members only jacket even was mentioned, I think. So they wrote that line specifically in that we should realize that this has some kind of connection. But there was too much going on in the last episode of the last scene, so it's really open. Even my predictions might be wrong. I don't know if it was Betsy or Polly. It's too open. I think it was deliberately left for us to decide ourselves what happened there.
Yeah. Yeah. Or it was just fuck you from Chase. It was. It was.
Maybe a big fuck. Yeah, I can see that Chase that kind of guy is, yes.
Yeah, I heard once when he was interviewed, and it was a serious interview by two guys for 20th anniversary, and he said that he did what he did with the finish with the last episode because you people loved him so much, and then you want him dead, and then it sounded like it was his revenge to the audience.
this
Or
this
maybe,
could this could be the case as well. Yeah, he was that kind of guy.
yeah, he's that kind of a prick. Okay, we have a question. How do you rate last episode on the scale from 1 to 10?
The last episode,
Yeah,
I say it's a solid 9.
9.
It's a solid 9 because it was nearly perfect. I actually liked the open interpretation of the ending. I wanted to find out a bit more about what happened with the others after the attack. You know, like
I
Patsy.
Yeah.
Where's Patsy? Where he is? We never find out. I wanted to find out a few more things, but
Where he is? Oh, you mean yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean he was in Tony's house in the last episode. when wedding bells were in the air.
Hmm.
You remember that?
Wedding bells.
Wedding. When he said I okay, doesn't matter. When his son was dating Meadow,
Yeah, yeah,
had
yeah.
someone
Yeah,
actually.
yeah. When the wife tell the joke badly
Oh
about the
yeah, he
horse and the
told her
doctor. Yeah, yeah,
that we
yeah.
won't repeat.
Yeah, but
Okay.
I meant the characters after the attack. You know, after Silvio got into the coma, Patsy ran away. We never find out where he is. What did he do? So, but I think it was deliberately make us to. It was a big screw you from Chase. That's we can agree on because you said
Definitely.
you want a good
Like,
ending. Fine, find it out for yourself. I give you everything here, and you're gonna think what you want to think, and go fuck yourself. Good night. That's all.
probably, most probably. I don't do. No, I mean, my opinion about that person is terrible. David Chase. Uh, okay. Why did Eugene did what he did?
Who?
Because he loved life.
Who did what?
Eugene. Why did he do
Huge.
what he did?
Uh, he was out of options, kind of. He lost his son. His son was an addict. It was a problem. They had to move. They had to get out of here, but he wasn't able to get out of here. And he was also a rat. And when he
Yeah.
find out that even FBI said that Florida is a no go, he knew that son is doomed. Her wife will be even more far than that. I mean, she will be their relationship will be ruined because she really wanted to move, and from the son's perspective they really should have moved, and it all went to shit. And Eugene knew there was only one way out of this, in the can or dead, and he just made the proper preparations. He knew that there was no way out of this. Definitely, it was
Yep.
the end. It was the end of him.
And he knew that his family is settled for life with that inheritance. Unlike Raymond Curto, he wasn't. My opinion is that he wasn't very fond of being an FBI informant.
No, but he was the how should I put this? He was the funniest rat around. Nobody ever find out he was a rat, and he was a rat all along the series. Only in a few scenes, in every like 10 episodes, we see something from him. It was really really great writing. How should I say this? The ratness of Raymond Curto was very very well written, and I love the fact that nobody ever find out, and even at the funeral they say real stand up guy, most loyal we ever knew. It's really really
Yeah,
nice.
guys like him are a dying breed. A dying breed. Yeah.
Yeah,
But what do you think? Was he the most useless FBI informant on purpose, or he was just useless?
he was useless because he wasn't in the inner circle that much. So he had these side informations. He gave these informations to the FBI in exchange of him being free of custody and keep living his life with a low ability to earn. I think he was fine with that. I think he never wanted to much more than that. Mm, he wasn't really useful. I don't think. All he got was side informations, and that's why he never really made any big troubles around Tony.
He wasn't a good earner.
Not too much.
So yeah, I think actually hate Raymond Curto as a character. He was useless in every. He wasn't. I don't know.
He was
In
really
every.
useless, but his storyline that wasn't useless. The character was kind of useless, but that storyline, the only rat they never find out was a rat, is a really, really nice touch in my opinion.
Yeah, but I don't know. It is storyline. Yes, character. No,
Yeah,
my
that's correct.
opinion at least. Okay. Next question. Next question. I am a stunad of the first magnitude. Yes, I am. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No, I enjoy answering to these. I enjoy that. They think it will offend me. I don't give a flying fuck, to be honest. uh, yeah, I also think that Patsy was at Tony's house after Sylvia got shot.
Well, that might be the truth. My last rewatch was a long time ago.
Yeah, mine too, and I didn't upload that scene. Um, I think at all, so I don't know, but I'm pretty sure it was after Carlos' son got arrested and Tony
After Carlo flipped.
after Carlos' son. Yeah, after Carlos flipped, but there were also some problems with Patsy's son.
Yes, 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 exactly. Something with ecstasy, I think.
No, definitely it was the last episode.
Yeah,
Maybe.
that's correct. Yes.
Yeah, yeah, that was definitely the last episode. So Patsy was seen. He was also seen at the restaurant after Bobby's funeral. All of them were. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
for sure. That was all last episode.
that's correct. Somehow, I still think he has something
No,
to
no,
do
no,
with.
no, no. He was seen twice after he ran away from Silvio's murder scene. Actually, okay, attempted murder. Even though we all know that he practically got wet. Oh, Yo-Yo, it does. Greetings, Yo-Yo. Thank you very much. Thank you. What else do we have? Borko, go smoke that cigarette. You earned it. Yes, I will. I definitely will. Yeah, I will. Okay. What else do we have? Yes, we are live. Why is that a surprise? We are live. I am live for the 10th time. This is episode number 10. I don't know how many I will do, but hopefully many more. When Borko goes camping, even the bears have to hide their food. They do, of course. I'm proud of that actually, that I gained 21 kilo in just 15 months. Yeah, I'm a fat fuck. Yeah, and I'm not ashamed. I will lose that weight. So what? Yeah, bears have to hide their food for now, but not for long. Okay, so next thing. Oh, I'm a Rubenesque. Okay, okay.
It's going to get cute now. It's really personal shit now. These are not
Okay,
questions,
we're having
people.
repeatedly this I don't know what is this. Do a Jackie Gleason beat for us, the mambo thing, repeatedly for you. I don't know why.
What the fuck would I do that? I'm not an
I
imposter.
don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea.
I'm not gonna my Jackie Gleason is not too good, so
Okay,
I'll spare you of that.
KRTA repeatedly asks that. I thought it might be some inner joke from Discordo, but
No, I don't know about it. It's still funny, but it's new to me as well.
yeah. Okay. Well, I think it's time for us to wrap this up. 1 hour and 44 minutes.
It
A
was really,
record.
really good time. Really good time I
It was
had.
awesome. It was great. Uh, one more thing, our top peak viewership was 396. So close to 400. But since I never even had 300 until now, that was awesome. Thank you so much to everyone who watched it for at least a second. Kister, it was really a pleasure, a huge pleasure. Thank you so much for being here tonight with us. Hopefully, we can repeat this soon, relatively soon, in 2 or 3 months. I don't
We
do live streams often, but it was great. I had a blast as usual. Thank you so much one more time.
Thank you very much for inviting me. It was really, really great to be here with you guys. I hope we'll repeat this in the future.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Kister, one more time. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, one more time. We'll have a next live stream like usually in 3 weeks or so. Thank you very much, and goodbye, good night, good morning, good evening. Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye bye. Thank you,
Bye, Kister.
Porco. Bye
Thank
bye.
you very much. Thank you.